Hello, welcome back again. How's it going? Everybody alright? Enjoying the weekend? It's pretty miserable outside again today. It's a bit of a washout. I've just been for a walk and it wasn't pleasant, but that just means we got a weekend of gaming that we can get on with, which always a good thing. So today's entry is going to be a little bit short. A few weeks ago I was asked to do a bit of a taxi job, drop my dad off at a an optician, and it was in this random place in Gornal Wood. And when I had a look on Google Maps to see what was there, can you imagine my surprise when right next door to it there is a retro game shop called Get Gaming. I have been there before a long time ago, so I do remember what it was like. It's not the biggest places, but had a reasonable selection. So I thought this week's video will be just a short little game shop tour, as you know I like to do, and a couple of interesting pickups. So anyway, let's cut to the video. You know what time it is. See you in a bit. So what did you guys think? Overall, I think it's quite good. Like I said, it's quite small and compact, but it's got a decent selection of bits and pieces, consoles, games. The cabinets has some nice pieces in there. Overall, it was a nice little place, I think. I'm guessing his rent isn't that much because of the size, so it's probably a nice little business for him to run. Clearly he's getting a lot of through flow because there's a lot of stock and stuff in there, so yeah, it's a nice little shop. I'd recommend you check it out if you're in the area. It's not too far from Hales Owen and Cradley Heath, so you could do those other couple of shops in there, and Briley Hill. You could all do them all in one day if you really wanted to. I picked up a couple of items. The first one, I left the sticker on there, and if you guys remember from the Cardiff, what was the name of the shop that we went to? Can't remember, the one in Cardiff. And I picked up a box and manual only, so obviously I needed to complete it, and that was Super WrestleMania on the SNES. You can see there, £8 is what he wanted for it, so it's not exactly expensive anyways, not much to move on. And so you guys know I bought loads of box only stuff, and I really need to sort myself out and make a list of all the box only stuff I've got, and yeah, just start to complete all those. So that's probably going to be a theme in the next few weeks or so, is just picking up the bits and pieces I need to complete those box onlys. High on the list for me is Conker's Bad Fur Day. I don't know if I told you this, but I purchased a copy of Bad Fur Day off of eBay. I should have done some video footage of it actually, and it turned up and the front label looked shifty, the back looked legit, but the front was definitely shifty. And then I looked underneath, and inside there, and it was black, and I was like, it should be black. So being an expensive game, I took out the special screwdrivers that you need for a Nintendo shit and opened it up, and lo and behold, well, you can show you the picture now. Clearly there's it's fake as hell, which was unfortunate, and I won it for like £90, so it wasn't cheap or anything. It's look at the going rate. And get this, you like this as a bit of a story. So it was an eBay job. I wouldn't spend that much, without it being with a little bit of protection. And I went back on eBay, and instead of messaging the person direct, I went straight to I would like to, the option where it says return this item. Return this item. Why? Because it's defective, not as described. I copied in the photos, and I wrote it in the description what happened. It came, I opened it up, and it turned out looking like this. And the guy sent me the arsiest reply I've ever had. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if you'd sold somebody a high-end game that was blatantly fake, and when he tries to send it you back, you give him this like horrendous response. You know what? I'll flash it now so you can see what he said. Essentially, he accused me of misusing eBay's systems and being a terrible person and ruining it for everybody when I didn't do anything wrong. Imagine having the cheek of selling somebody a fake game and having a go. And then he claimed that he didn't receive the return. Even the Royal Mail was showing that he had. So I knew he was just lying. He's full of shit. Given by the language that he used. I didn't respond to his email. I waited, I think it's about a week, and then replied again being very polite and cordial, saying, have you received this? And if not, I'll ask eBay to step in. And he again replied with an RC note, no I haven't. And so at that point I just clicked on eBay to step in and return my money. And you know what, without any hassle, they refunded my entire amount, which I thought was really good, given that eBay gives you the label to post it off with in the first place. To get all the money back, I thought was a win.
Perfect!
So yeah, Lesson learned there, I guess, is I started asking the people up front, is this game genuine or not, if they don't already mention it, and then wait and see what they come back with. I would highly recommend you do the same. Anyway, getting on with it. So, Super WrestleMania, complete that game. Beautiful. Do you guys remember when I went to that shop in Gloucester? Again, I can't remember what it was called, but I saw something in there which piqued my interest, but the person wanted £100. I was cut to it now. Yep, that's right, it's Zelda 4 Swords Adventures for the GameCube, 100 quid. The box was a little bit damaged from what I remember, so I was like, 100 quid is a lot to spend on something I didn't really want. But then having come back, fear of missing out, thought about it, and I've seen it in a few other places. Nick had one in Vintage Gamer, and he wanted like 150, 160 for it, so I was like, ooh, maybe I messed up here. I thought, yeah, you know what? If I see this game, I'll get it, and indeed he had a copy and he had it listed for £80. Complete with manual, beautiful. Obviously I'll overlay the footage, you'll see that it's essentially Link to the Past on the SNES but with 4 players. It's pretty cool. I haven't played it myself personally. I guess those days of, I mean, you need to use the Game Boy Advance link cable, so it's a real faff to play it properly, I think. But I mean, it's an interesting little piece in Zelda history, and you guys know I'm into my Zelda games, right? So it's a nice one to add up there. So yeah, £80. 80 plus 8. At first I picked that up and I was just going to give him 8 quid for that, but then I saw this and I said, you know, £80, what's your best price for it? How much would you do it me for? And he said, you know, if you took it, I'll give you for 75, which I already knew was pretty cheap. Not cheap, but was a good price for it. So, and then I said, well, would you just do me both of these for 80? So get this one for a 5 and that for 75. And he was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, I was quite happy with that. 80 quid for them too. However, in typical fashion, within a few days just after that, on Vinted, box only, was the full fat version of that game, and it came with a box only copy of the game. So I just said that I need to stop doing these box only purchases. I've got another box only copy of the game which will need completion. I'll do a close up of the box of this. You can see it's pretty nice. You got the artwork there. This one, just like the one in that shop, has got tear marks underneath. There must have been a sticker on here or something, which the person tore off. So that's a shame, obviously. But and it's missing the cable that's supposed to be in there. But for me, for display purposes, I quite like it. Again, it gives me an option to complete another set and just have a cheap copy of the game. So obviously I need to look for the gamer manual. But that was £30. So 30 plus the 75 is 105, minus the case, probably worth 15. So, you know, 90 quid. I think I did a decent job there. I also bought this. Let me show you one sec. This is off of Vinted as well. I haven't actually tested to see if it works. It's battery powered. It's a little Triforce, which must be from Skyward Sword. I think it's Skyward Sword. 2018. Can't remember what game was out in 2018. Was it Breath of the Wild maybe? No idea. But yeah, that's quite nice to have. That was like 4 quid as well. So Zelda theme episode today, as you know I do. So yeah, short and sweet video today. Hope you enjoyed the little tour. I'd definitely recommend checking it out. Next week I need to go back to Hidden Chest Gaming in Brile Hill and capture better video footage. I think I'm going to take advantage of his Pokemon card collection and see if I can complete a couple of sets that I've got, so that'll be quite good. Okay, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you later.